Ladies and gentlemen, there is a moment in life when words are no longer just sounds. They become a feeling, an emotion, a connection. And when a woman calls you baby, it is not just a word, it is a world she is offering. She does not say it because she has to. She says it because she feels it. Because somewhere, in the depth of her soul, she has found a space for you. A space where you are protected, where you are cherished, where you are hers. Not in possession, but in care. But understand this. A woman does not call just anyone baby. It is a privilege, not a right. A woman's heart is not a place to walk in with muddy feet. When she calls you baby, it is a silent promise. A promise that she will stand by you when the world turns its back. A promise that she will fight for you, even when you cannot fight for yourself. A promise that she sees you not just for who you are, but for who you can become. Yet, there is a responsibility that comes with this word. Because if a woman calls you baby and you take it for granted, if you mistake her kindness for weakness, if you let her down when she is the one who lifts you up, then remember this. She can also stop calling you baby. A woman's love is not endless in the face of disrespect. It is not blind in the face of betrayal. When a woman chooses to walk away, she does not look back. Not because she has stopped loving, but because she has started respecting herself more. So if a woman calls you baby, honor that word. If she calls you baby, cherish that word. Because when she does, she is not just saying a word. She is giving you a piece of her heart. And that is the most precious gift of all. A woman calling you baby is not just a word. It is a world she is offering. It is not just a casual term of endearment. It is a reflection of the warmth she holds in her heart for you. When she calls you baby, she is not just addressing you. She is embracing you with her soul. It is her way of saying, I see you, I feel you, and I care for you in ways that words may never fully capture. It is a whisper of trust, a declaration of affection, and an unspoken promise of unwavering support. It is not a name she throws around loosely. It is a feeling that comes from the depths of her heart. A woman does not call just anyone baby. This word carries the weight of emotions she has carefully chosen to share. It means she has let down the walls she once built to protect herself. She has decided, in that moment, that you are worthy of her gentleness, her kindness, and her tenderness. It means you are someone she believes in, someone she cherishes, someone she is willing to nurture and stand beside. It is a reflection of how deeply she feels connected to you, how much she values your presence in her life. But with this word comes responsibility. It is not a mere label. It is an offering of trust, and trust, when broken, does not heal easily. When she calls you baby, she is giving you a part of herself, a soft and vulnerable part that she does not reveal to just anyone. If you take it for granted, if you fail to understand the depth behind that simple word, you risk hurting not just her, but the very bond she chose to share with you. Because love, in its purest form, is not just about grand gestures. It is about the smallest details. The words that are said with sincerity. The moments that carry weight beyond what is visible to the eye. A woman calling you baby means she is offering you comfort. In a world that often feels cold and unkind, she is telling you that with her, you will always find warmth. When she says it, she is letting you know that you are safe in her presence. She will stand by you when the world turns its back. She will believe in you, even when you doubt yourself. She will hold space for your dreams, your fears, your triumphs, and your failures. She is not just calling you by a name, she is giving you a home within her heart. But love is not unconditional when respect is absent. If a woman calls you baby and you take it lightly, if you fail to reciprocate the care she offers, if you become careless with her heart, she will start to pull away. Not out of anger, not out of bitterness, but out of self-respect. A woman who loves deeply also knows when she is not valued. She may fight for you, she may forgive, she may give chances, but she will not stay where she is unappreciated. When she realizes that her love is being met with indifference, she will stop calling you baby. And when that happens, it will not be loud, it will not be dramatic. It will be quiet, almost imperceptible at first. She will stop using the word that once held so much meaning. She will withdraw the warmth that once made you feel safe. She will become distant, not because she wants to, but because she has no choice. She will choose herself the way she once chose you. When a woman chooses herself, there is no turning back. If a woman calls you baby, honor it, cherish it. Understand that behind that simple word lies a depth of love that not everyone gets to experience. It is not just a habit or a meaningless phrase. It is a reflection of her heart. It means she sees something in you worth nurturing. It means she has faith in you. It means she is offering you a part of herself that she does not share with just anyone. Do not let that word go unnoticed. Do not let it lose its meaning. Because when a woman calls you baby, she is giving you something rare, something beautiful, something that not everyone is lucky enough to receive. And if you are wise enough to understand its true value, you will never take it for granted. It is a privilege, not a right. It comes with trust, care, and deep emotion. A woman does not offer her affection lightly, nor does she give her heart without reason. When she chooses to address you with words of endearment, when she calls you baby, it is not just a habit. It is a reflection of something much deeper. It is an acknowledgement of the space you hold in her heart, the trust she has built in you, and the care she is willing to offer. It is not something to be demanded or expected. It is something to be cherished, something to be earned. A woman's love, her tenderness, and the warmth she offers come with a foundation of trust. That trust is not given freely. It is cultivated over time, through moments of honesty, consistency, and emotional security. She does not simply wake up one day and decide to offer you her affection. She does so because you have shown her that you are worthy of it. She has observed your actions, listened to your words, and felt the sincerity in the way you treat her. It is through this trust that she begins to soften, to open her heart, to embrace the vulnerability that comes with caring for someone deeply. Trust is delicate, and once it is broken, it is never the same again. A woman may forgive, she may choose to understand, but she will never forget the moment she realized her trust was misplaced. When a woman calls you baby, she is doing so because she feels safe with you. She believes that you will not take her for granted, that you will not make her feel small, that you will honor the emotions she has placed in your hands. If you betray that trust, if you dismiss the care she gives so freely, you will see the shift in her eyes before you even hear it in her words. Care is at the core of every true connection. And when a woman calls you baby, she is not just addressing you, she is nurturing you. She is offering you her kindness, her gentleness, her unwavering support. It is in the way she remembers the small things about you, the way she checks in on you when you are quiet, the way she stands by you when life feels heavy. It is in the way she sees beyond your words, into the emotions you do not always express. She does not care for you because she has to. She cares because it is in her nature to do so when she loves. But care should never be mistaken for obligation. A woman does not exist to heal you, to fix you, to carry the weight of your struggles without receiving the same in return. She is not a source of comfort that you can turn to only when it is convenient for you. If you fail to reciprocate her care, if you assume that she will always be there regardless of how you treat her, you will find yourself standing alone one day, wondering where she went. Because even the strongest women, even the most giving hearts, eventually grow tired of being taken for granted. Deep emotion is what makes love real, what separates fleeting attraction from something meaningful. When a woman calls you baby, it is because her emotions run deep. She is not simply speaking, she is feeling. She is offering you a glimpse into the tenderness she holds within her. She is expressing in the simplest of ways that you matter to her, that she sees you as someone significant, someone special, someone worth loving. But deep emotions are not one-sided. A woman cannot be the only one feeling, the only one giving, the only one showing up with an open heart. Love is not a performance, it is a partnership. If she is willing to invest her emotions in you, she deserves the same in return. She deserves to feel safe in your presence, to know that her feelings are valued, to trust that she is not alone in what she feels. If you dismiss her emotions, if you make her feel like she is too much, if you belittle the depth of what she shares with you, she will learn to keep her heart guarded. And when a woman stops feeling safe enough to express her emotions, she stops expressing them at all. A woman's love, her trust, her care, and the deep emotions she holds are not guarantees, they are gifts. They are not things you are entitled to, they are things you must honor. To be on the receiving end of a woman's affection is a privilege, not a right. It is something that must be nurtured, protected, and appreciated. Because once she realizes that her love is not being met with the same sincerity, once she feels that her trust is being broken, once she understands that her care is not being valued, she will walk away. Not out of anger, not out of spite, but because she knows her worth. So when a woman calls you baby, when she chooses to love you with all that she has, do not take it lightly. Do not assume that she will always be there no matter how you treat her. Understand that what she is offering is rare, that the depth of her love is not something that everyone gets to experience. And if you are wise enough to see the beauty in that, you will never take it for granted. She calls you baby as a silent promise of love, support, and belief in you. It is more than just a word. It is a reflection of something deep and profound, something she may not always put into sentences, but expresses through the tenderness in her voice, the warmth in her eyes, and the quiet ways she stands beside you. It is a word that carries weight, a word that holds within it an entire universe of emotions, a word that signifies trust, care, and the kind of love that does not demand attention, but simply exists, unwavering and strong. When a woman calls you baby, she is making a promise without needing to spell it out. She is telling you that she is here, not just in the easy moments, but in the difficult ones too. She is telling you that she will stand beside you, not just when you are at your best, but also when you are at your lowest. She is not just offering affection. She is offering a safe place, a shelter from the storms that life may bring. She is not just saying a word. She is giving a piece of herself, her heart, her loyalty, and her belief in who you are and who you can become. She calls you baby because she sees you. Not just the version of you that the world sees, not just the strong, put-together image you show to others, but the real you, the one who has fears, insecurities, and moments of doubt. She sees the parts of you that you do not always reveal, the struggles you carry silently, the dreams you are afraid to say out loud. And yet she believes in you. She believes in the strength you do not always recognize in yourself. She believes in the potential that lies within you, even on the days when you feel like you are failing. She believes in the person you are and the person you are becoming. Her love is not loud. It does not always come in grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Instead, it comes in the way she says your name with a softness that no one else does. It comes in the way she remembers the little things about you, the way she listens, the way she makes sure you know you are never alone. When she calls you baby, she is reminding you that no matter how heavy the world feels, you have someone who will hold you up. No matter how lost you feel, you have someone who will help you find your way. No matter how many times you fall, you have someone who will reach out her hand and say, I am here. But love is not just about presence. It is about action. And when she calls you baby, she is not just offering words, she is offering commitment. She is offering to walk with you, to fight for you, to stand by you when things are hard. She is offering patience, understanding, and the kind of loyalty that cannot be bought or forced. It must be earned. And that is why it is a privilege, not a right. However, this silent promise she makes is not unconditional when respect is absent. A woman may love with her whole heart, but she is not blind. She sees how she is treated. She notices when her love is reciprocated and when it is merely expected. If you take her presence for granted, if you assume that she will always be there simply because she loves you, you will begin to lose her without even realizing it. She will not always tell you when she starts to withdraw. She will not always warn you when she begins to let go. One day, you will hear her call you baby for the last time, and you may not even realize it in that moment. But soon you will notice the absence of her warmth, the silence where once there was affection, the space she once filled with her unwavering support. A woman's love is strong, but it is not unbreakable. She will fight for you, she will give you chances, she will stand by you through storms that others would run from. But if she sees that her love is not being cherished, if she feels that her presence is being taken for granted, she will find the strength to walk away. Not because she stopped loving, but because she started loving herself more. So when she calls you baby, listen to what she is really saying. Feel the depth of what she is offering. Understand that behind that simple word is a heart that is choosing you day after day. Do not take that for granted. Do not mistake her kindness for weakness, her loyalty for obligation, or her love for something that will never fade. Because love, even the deepest kind, needs to be nurtured. And if you do not honor it, you may one day look back and realize that the most precious thing you had was something you let slip through your fingers. But if you take it for granted, she will walk away, not out of hate, but out of self-respect. A woman's love is deep, nurturing, and selfless, but it is not limitless when faced with neglect. When she calls you baby, it is not just a word. It is a sign of devotion, a promise of unwavering support, and a silent declaration that she is choosing you in a world full of choices. It means she has placed her trust in you, believing that you will not only appreciate her presence but also reciprocate the love she gives so freely. At first, she may overlook the small signs of disregard. She may excuse the moments when you do not acknowledge her efforts, the times when she is the only one initiating conversations, or the days when she stands beside you but feels invisible. She will try to understand, try to tell herself that maybe you are just busy, maybe you are distracted, maybe you do not realize the depth of what she is offering. Because a woman who loves deeply always gives the benefit of the doubt. She holds on longer than she should. She fights for the connection. She pours herself into making things work. But love is not meant to be a one-way street. A woman can only give so much before she starts feeling empty. If she calls you baby with all the warmth in her heart and receives indifference in return, she will start to question if she is holding on to something that no longer exists. She will wonder if her love is being wasted on someone who does not see its value. And when that doubt begins to grow, it is only a matter of time before she chooses herself instead. She will not walk away in anger. She will not scream, beg, or demand your attention. She will not try to make you see what you should have appreciated all along. That is not her way. Instead, she will become quiet. The warmth in her voice will fade. The spark in her eyes when she looks at you will slowly disappear. The affection she once gave so effortlessly will begin to retreat, not as a punishment, but as a realization that she deserves more than what she is receiving. She will stop asking if you are okay. She will stop waiting for you to notice the effort she puts into loving you. She will stop calling you baby, not because she has stopped loving you, but because she has finally understood that love should not feel like a battle she fights alone. It is not that she does not care anymore. It is that she has come to terms with the truth. A love that is not valued will never be fulfilling. And when she walks away, she will not look back. Not because it is easy, not because she never cared, but because she respects herself enough to know that she cannot stay where she is not cherished. She will grieve the love she gave, the time she invested, the dreams she built with you in mind, but she will not let that grief hold her back. She will pick up the pieces of her heart and move forward, knowing that somewhere out there, someone will appreciate the kind of love she gives. She will not seek revenge. She will not speak ill of you. She will not try to make you regret losing her, because she knows that time has a way of revealing the truth. One day you will look for the warmth she once gave so freely. You will search for the love that wrapped around you like a safe haven. You will remember the way she stood by you, even when you did not deserve it. And by then, it will be too late. Because once a woman chooses herself, there is no force strong enough to make her turn back. So if you are lucky enough to have a woman who calls you baby, who gives you love without hesitation, who stands by you with unwavering loyalty, do not take it for granted. Do not make the mistake of assuming she will always be there, no matter how you treat her. Love is not about possession. It is about appreciation. If you fail to see the value of her heart while it is yours, you may one day find yourself longing for what you lost. And when that day comes, when you finally understand what she was offering all along, you will realize that she did not walk away out of hatred or bitterness. She walked away because she finally understood her own worth. And that is a realization that no amount of regret can undo. Cherish and honor her words because they carry the weight of her heart. A woman's words are never just sounds or fleeting expressions. They are reflections of her emotions, her trust, and her love. When she calls you baby, she is not merely uttering a casual term of endearment. She is offering you a piece of herself, a glimpse into the depth of her feelings. It is her way of telling you that you are important, that you are someone she has chosen to care for, to nurture, to stand beside. She does not use her words carelessly, and when she speaks with love, it comes from a place of sincerity. Her words carry the weight of her heart because they are not spoken without meaning. When she expresses her affection, she does so with intention. Every "I love you," every "I miss you," every whispered reassurance is filled with emotions she has carefully decided to share with you. When she tells you she believes in you, she means it. When she says she is proud of you, it is because she truly sees your efforts, your struggles, and your growth. And when she calls you baby, it is not just a habit. It is an expression of tenderness, of comfort, of the safety she finds in your presence. A woman's words are a sacred offering, a way of letting you into the deepest corners of her heart. If you listen closely, you will hear more than just sentences. You will hear the quiet sacrifices, the unspoken fears, the silent prayers she whispers in your name. You will hear the hope she has for your future, the faith she has in your potential, and the quiet longing for you to see her as she sees you. She does not speak just to fill the silence. She speaks to connect, to reassure, to build something meaningful. But her words are not infinite. If you do not cherish them, if you take them for granted, she will learn to withhold them. At first, it will be subtle. She will say less, not because she has nothing to say, but because she no longer feels hurt. She will stop telling you about her day, not because it does not matter, but because she has started to feel like it does not matter to you. She will stop sharing her dreams, her worries, her emotions, not because she has none, but because she has come to understand that they are not valued the way she once believed they were. And then one day, she will stop calling you baby. Not in anger, not in frustration, but in quiet acceptance that her words no longer hold the place they once did. She will pull back, not because she stopped caring, but because she has finally realized that she cannot pour her heart into a space where it is not cherished. She will become distant, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. Because a woman who gives her words with love also understands when they are no longer welcomed with the same energy. If you ever find yourself in a position where a woman once spoke to you with warmth, with kindness, with unwavering support, and then suddenly stops, know that it did not happen overnight. It was a slow process, a gradual realization on her part that her words, her affection, her love were not being honored. And once she reaches that understanding, there is little you can do to bring her back. Because when a woman decides to protect her heart, she does not look back. So cherish her words while you still have them. Honor the way she speaks to you, the way she calls you baby with softness and care, the way she reassures you when you need it the most. Do not dismiss the weight they carry, for they are not just sounds. They are pieces of her heart given to you freely. And if you are wise, if you truly understand the rarity of a love like hers, you will never take that for granted. Because once a woman stops speaking from her heart, she has already left in ways you may never fully comprehend. In the end, a woman's words, her love, and the way she calls you baby are not just casual expressions. They are reflections of the depth of her heart. They carry weight, meaning, and emotion, and they should never be taken for granted. When she speaks with warmth, when she reassures you, when she calls you by a name that signifies her affection, she is offering you something rare and precious. But love, even the deepest kind, is not infinite when it is not valued. If you dismiss her words, if you fail to honor the way she expresses her emotions, she will slowly begin to retreat. Not out of hatred, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. A woman's love is strong, but it is not meant to be one-sided. She will stay as long as she feels cherished. So if you are lucky enough to have a woman who calls you baby, who loves you with her whole heart, who speaks to you with tenderness and care, do not take it lightly. Cherish her, appreciate her, and make sure she knows that her love is not being given in vain. Because once she walks away, once she stops calling your name with the same warmth, you will realize too late that you lost something truly irreplaceable. Honor her while she is still there. Because love like hers is not found twice.